kamera, nádherná.
Dát někde okolo toho crashboxu na voze George Russella. Podívejte se, do jaké blízkosti se vozy v jednotlivých zatáčkách dostávají.
Cinema, teraz v Singapure. Som inak zvedavý, či Norris to neopáči na ešte jeden pit stop kvôli najrýchlejšiemu kolu, lebo aj...
Well, hello for the one last time. I welcome all of you race fans from all around the world here on Salzburgring on this beautiful Austrian racetrack hidden between the Alpine hills. So close to Salzburg, so close to Monza and other beautiful Austrian Alpine lakes. We are here on the starting grid for the one last time this weekend. And as you can see behind me, we have a full grid of the Formula 4 cars, which means in 5 minutes, there will be a start of the formation lap before the last race of this season's Formula 4 Central European Zone Championship. We have already crowned our champion, and I believe all of you know that the second ever champion of the Formula 4 Central European Zone Championship is Oscar Wurz, our Austrian local hero, the son of a former Formula 1 driver and Le Mans 24 Hours winner Alex Wurz. But this time, Oscar Wurz is starting from P5 to the final race, and we have a young, fast girl on pole position. She comes from Poland, and it is Michalina Sabaj starting from the pole position behind the wheel of this beautiful yellow and black liveried 61 car. So it is Michalina Sabaj from Poland starting from pole position to the final race of the season. And follow me down the grid. Over there we've got number 122, and that's a French driver or Swiss driver starting under Swiss license here on Salzburgring. It is Nathanael Berebi, and for example, this season we saw him also in Most on the Czech racetrack, and we know that he can be very, very quick. So it will be a nice, I hope so, nice and tight battle between Michalina Sabaj and Nathanael Berebi into the first chicane after the start of the first of the final race of the weekend. Of course, just behind me over there on my left-hand side, it is number 9, and that is Simon Schranz, another home local hero, Austrian driver, and from Renauer Motorsport, as you can see, the signs on mechanics t-shirts. So it is Renauer Motorsport entry, and Simon Schranz made his debut in a Formula 4 Central European Zone Championship this season in Brno. And so this is his second race weekend of his career here in this championship. So it's a P3 on the racing grid, on the starting grid for another home Austrian driver. Behind me, number 144, that's a Czech driver, Max Karhan. He will be on a P3 in the final standings of this season. So he is the second runner-up behind the champion Oscar Wurz and behind the first runner-up, who is Kirill Kutskov. And Kirill Kutskov will be starting for P6 this time. Over there, number 25, our new champion. We crowned our champion, Oscar Wurz, earlier today after his great recovery in the second race. We all remember what happened to Oscar Wurz just after the start of the second race today. He stalled on the front row. He lost all positions. He was very last, but he made very, very good recovery. He made it onto podium, and he was crowned the champion. So this is our second ever champion of the Formula 4 Central European Zone Championship. The first ever champion last year, that was Ethan Ischer, the Swiss driver, also representing Jensen Motorsport. So only the second year of the championship, and we've got second champion representing the Swiss team, Jensen Motorsport. Very good job by the Swiss team. Over there, number 31, that is actually the Kirill Kutskov, the first runner-up this season. It was a tight battle between Kirill Kutskov and Oscar Wurz to the second race this weekend. Before the second race, Kirill Kutskov mathematically, he still had a chance to win the championship, but as I said, the gap was just too big between Oscar and Kirill. And the very last on the grid with number 17, that's the Czech driver František Němec. We've got 1 minute to the start of the formation lap. As you can hear, the engines are running. So I see you in a few moments. The final race of the season starts in a few moments. Don't miss it. hello and welcome, race fans. Welcome for the final time on Salzburgring and the final race of the FIA Formula 4 Central European Zone Championship is just about to start. So let's get ready for the final showdown. The championship, as I said, has been decided already, but I believe we're gonna see great race. But we need to have another formation lap. You can see yellow flags on the main straight, and one of the cars, one of the drivers, has stopped on the main straight. So that's the reason why we have yellow flags, and I believe it was Simon Schranz, the Austrian driver, representing Renault Motorsport here on Salzburgring. So bad luck for the Austrian driver, but let's hope that his car will be all right for the final race. And oh, look at that, that's quite close between these two drivers, and the race haven't started yet, so we've got a lot of fighting here actually, but I believe this should be the second formation lap, not the race itself. It is a strange situation. We can see a lot of battles on the racetrack. The drivers are fighting each other, but not sure if the race has started properly at the moment. Yes, we've got the green flag. We've got the green flag, so the race is on. The final race of the season is on at the moment. That's a strange situation actually, but yes, we are racing. Oh no, there is a crash! There is a crash of Michalina Sabai. She went off the track into the gravel zone, and I believe this will be a safety car. So what a wild start to the final race of the season of the FIA Formula 4 Central European Zone Championship. Firstly, it was Simon Schranz who stalled on the starting grid, and firstly, I believed that we are going to have another formation lap, but the race has started, and at the end of the first lap, it was Michalina Sabai who went off the track into the gravel zone, and afterwards she also hit the barrier, so her car is damaged. She got some damage to her car. We have the safety car. Yes, just as I said, the safety car is being deployed at the moment. So what a wild start to the final race of the season. Yes, and here can we see it one more time. It was the driver's mistake. Michalina Sabai, the Polish driver, she was starting from the pole position a lap earlier, but she has thrown her race away by making this mistake in the final corner. So this was pretty strange situation actually, but I believe also Simon Schranz is back in the race after his problem just before the race has started. But anyway, as I said, the presence of safety car at the racetrack is actually necessary, because we have a damaged car on the main straight, and look at the dirt, and look at the gravel on the tarmac. So the car will need to be removed by the marshals, and the track will be cleared before the restart, because we have a lot of gravel on the tarmac, and of course that's a dangerous situation. It's a dangerous place actually, because from the last corner the pace and the speed of the cars are really high, and it's so easy to lose control and to went off the track into the gravel zone and crash like Michalina Sabai did. So unfortunate situation for a Polish driver. She was starting from pole position, and of course I feel sorry for her, because she lost the chance for a good result. But look at it, she is back. So most likely there is, luckily for her, no damage to the car, and Michalina Sabai, she is back on the track and she's trying to catch the safety car queue. Wow, I didn't expect to see this. she went off the track like this, and here she hits the barrier. So I was afraid that the right rear suspension on her car got some damage, but as you could see a few moments earlier, she is back on the track and she got going again. So Michalina Sabai at the moment, she is trying to catch the safety car queue, and she is back in the race. So I believe we still have 7 cars in the game. So still 7 cars in the game for a win in the last race of the season. And after a wild start, it's a Kirill Kutskov on P1. So our championship runner-up, Kirill Kutskov, is leading the race behind the safety car. The Czech driver from Jensen Motorsport, Max Karhan, is on P2, just behind him. Nathaniel Berebe, he was starting from P2 and he is on P3 at the moment, just ahead of Oscar Wurz, our newly crowned champion of the 2024 season. Behind Oscar Wurz, it is František Němec on P5, Simon Schranz on P6, and Michalina Sabai on P7. So Michalina Sabai, she is here and she managed to catch up, and she catched the safety car queue. So good news for Polish driver, she's back in the race, but I believe she will be 1 lap down. Yes, she should be 1 lap down because the whole field went around her 1 lap after she crashed. So, well, she is in the race, but she is 1 lap down. So basically no chance for her to improve her 7th position. And she should be finishing on P7 when the race comes to its end, because this is 25 minutes long sprint, and there won't be enough time for Polish driver Michalina Sabai to overtake anyone, because firstly she needs to overtake all the drivers to unlap herself, then catch the field again, and then starting with overtaking for positions. And of course that's absolutely impossible in remaining 17 minutes and 40 seconds. So Michalina Sabai should finish this race on P7. At last she will take some points from the race, because the top 10 drivers are awarded with points, and we've got only 7 drivers in the field here on Salzburgring. So every driver who finishes the race and every driver who is classified, that driver of course automatically gets points. So she will get points for 7th place, which means she will get 6 points after this race. As you can see, the marshals are still cleaning the track. We have the cleaning BMW on track, and it has actually the one only job, and it is to clear the exit from the last turn, where is so much gravel on the tarmac after Michalina Sabai's crash. So the marshals are working on cleaning the track, and their only job right now is to make the track safe again for racing. So I hope it won't take a lot of time, and the race will be green again. What a beautiful sunny afternoon anyway here on Salzburgring, and we can be so lucky for weather like this across the whole weekend. Just a week ago there were heavy rains in the whole Central European region, including Austria, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and of course we unfortunately witnessed some massive floods across multiple countries, including Czech Republic, which is the reason why we miss the Czech driver Miroslav Mikeš here in Salzburgring, because somehow he was affected by the massive floods in the Czech Republic. So we wish to see Miroslav Mikeš back on the track very soon. I hope next season we're gonna have him back on track in the FIA Formula 4 Central Zone Championship, Central European Zone Championship, of course. And of course, right at the moment it's a hard time for so many people in Europe after massive flood. So also the drivers, the mechanics, the media teams, all of them are with you, and we hope that all of you watching us at the moment are fine and safe. So another lap under the safety car, and the track is still being cleared at the moment. So at last, one more lap behind the safety car. So it is still Kirill Kutskov leading the way, and Kirill Kutskov has already won how many times this season? That's the question, of course. We've got 25 points for one victory, and Kirill Kutskov has won both races here on Salzburgring. Prior Salzburgring, he won one race in Brno, that's 3 together, plus one victory in Most, that's 4, and one victory on Balaton Park, that's 5. So Kirill Kutskov at the moment, he is fighting for his 6th victory of the season, and of course this actually can be a perfect weekend for Kirill Kutskov. With 2 victories from 2 races so far, he is on his best way to make it perfect this weekend here on Salzburgring, and of course that would be great way how to finish the whole season. Kirill Kutskov will take the first runner-up title. It's 100% sure that he's going to end up on P2 in the championship standings. So it's a first runner-up title plus 3 victories from the last 3 races. That's the possibility right now for Kirill Kutskov, and he will go for it, I'm sure of it. Safety car still on track, and safety car lights are still flashing. So at last, or at the moment, we have no sign of restarting the race. So let's wait and see how long does it take to restart the race. You can also see the images of a fully packed paddock here on Salzburgring. It was an amazing weekend, actually, full of races, not only Formula 4 and TCR Eastern Europe, but also we've got multiple classes of historic racing, and I noticed some interesting cars in the paddock. For example, the previous generation of Aston Martin wanted GT3 car with typical yellow and green colors of Daryl O'Young. So I believe this car has some history, and it is quite possible that also this car raced in Macau. So plenty of amazing cars in the paddock this weekend here in Salzburgring, and I can only recommend you to visit such a race weekend one day, not only for Formula 4 and TCR Eastern Europe or Asset Cup, but also for the other series and for the historical series, because to see the vintage cars racing on track, wheel to wheel, believe me, that's very, very exciting. And actually a lot of fans came to Salzburgring this weekend to enjoy this, and it was quite a show. Of course, unfortunately, mostly on Saturday, we've got so many red flags that the race starts were delayed. That's the reason why, for example, one of the Formula 4 races started with some delay, and also it was the case in a TCR Eastern Europe Championship. But even though, still a great weekend, full of racing, full of historical racing, and full of young first and dedicated pilots driving Formula 4 cars or TCRs. And as we can see, the safety car will enter the pit lane at the end of this lap. So we are going to restart this race. In a few moments, the race will be green again. And let's get ready for more racing action here on Salzburgring. We still have 9 minutes and 25 seconds to go. The safety car lights are out. The safety car goes into the pit lane. The safety car driver enters the pit lane, and here we are again. We are on the main straight, and it is Kirill Kutkov on P1. The race is restarted again. Green flag, and let's go racing. Last 9 minutes and 10 seconds of 2024 season, and it is Kirill Kutkov ahead of Czech driver Max Karhan leading the way. Both drivers through the first chicane on P1 and P2. Behind them it's one of the cars off the track, but it's still Nathaniel Berebi on P3. Then it is František Němec on P4, and behind František Němec it is our new champion Oscar Wurz on P5. So let's watch this pair of drivers, because I believe that Oscar Wurz will be trying to find his way ahead of František Němec, and I expect a battle and overtaking maneuver anytime soon. Look at Oscar Wurz, he's so close, he takes the inside line, and Oscar Wurz is overtaking František Němec at the moment. It's a nice battle, wheel to wheel, between these two young drivers. But the newly crowned champion did it very well. So at the moment we've got Oscar Wurz on P4. František Němec dropped one position down, he is on P5 at the moment. But a great battle between the Austrian and the Czech driver. 7 minutes and 45 seconds still to go in this race. And it is still, oh no, we have got new leader. We've got new leader. I just wanted to say that it is still Kirill Kutkov on P1, but now it is Max Karhan, and here is another fight, and it is Wurz who goes up in front. Great job by the Austrian driver again. Oscar Wurz overtook Nathaniel Berebi, so the newly crowned champion is on P3 already. Great job. And he also overtook Simon Schranz. Yes, it was a great maneuver in the first chicane done by Oscar Wurz, the 2024 series champion. So right now we've got Max Karhan leading the race ahead of Kirill Kutkov, and it is Oscar Wurz behind them on P3 ahead of Simon Schranz and Berebi. But look at this, it is Kutkov back in the lead. Great battle between Kutkov and Max Karhan. It's still going on, and a huge lockup by Max Karhan. This was a mistake by Czech driver. He destroyed his front tires. A huge lockup by Czech driver. But anyway, it was a great battle between Kirill Kutkov and Max Karhan. Kirill Kutkov was able to overtake Max Karhan, so he is in the lead again. But look at the situation up in front at the moment. Karhan is so close behind Kutkov, and he is trying to find his way. Not this time. It's just so tight into the first chicane, and not very often we see overtaking maneuvers here in the first chicane on Salzburgring. But we've already enjoyed plenty of action in the first chicane this weekend, also in TCRs, which was actually a bit surprising for me. But we've got some good, clean, very exciting racing in TCR Eastern Europe. And we've got the same, of course, here in Formula 4. So great job by all the drivers. And it's still Kirill Kutkov leading the way ahead of Max Karhan. It seems to me that Max Karhan, right now, he's not close enough to overtake in this part of the racetrack. At the moment, Kutskov needs to be defensive. Yes, he's keeping his inside line. So everything all right so far for Kirill Kutskov. But he needs to be careful because he knows very well that Max Karhan, the Czech driver from Jensen Motorsport, is very close behind him. And the battle for the victory in the final race of the season is on. 5 minutes to go. And Kirill Kutskov is leading the way ahead of Max Karhan. Let's see what's happened here. Nothing yet. Kutskov still in the lead. But again, Max Karhan, he is getting closer and closer. And he is preparing himself to attack. He needs to be fast on the exit from the turn. And he is actually. And there will be another chance for Max Karhan to attack and overtake Kirill Kutskov. This is the longest straight and the fastest part of Salzburgring. And of course, slipstream means everything here. But it seems to me that Kutskov has enough speed in this part of the track, so he does not allow Karhan to get closer and to put him under pressure, which means so far so good for Kirill Kutskov. Behind them it is Oskar Wurz and Simon Schranz, and it's a duel of two Austrian drivers for P3 in the final race of the season. 3.5 minutes to go, and Karhan once again so close behind Kutskov. But at the moment, or a few moments ago, he was just not brave enough to try to overtake Kutskov at the end of the main straight into the first chicane. So let's wait and see. Oh, lock up by Kutskov. So he's also destroying his front tires. Not a good news, but only 3 minutes remaining. So the tires should be fine for the time being. 3 minutes to go. Only 3 minutes to go. Last 3 minutes of the season. And again, we've got amazing racing between two young drivers. So still the battle is on. Kutskov versus Karhan. Wurz is far away behind them. It will be only between these two youngsters. And Kutskov needs to be defensive again, but look at Karhan, he is going for the inside line. Nice battle for the P1 between Karhan and Kutskov. Wheel-to-wheel action. The next turn goes to the left, which is good for Kutskov, and he almost pushed Karhan off the track. What a great battle. It was hard, but to me it was fair. Great defensive driving by Kirill Kutskov. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go at the moment, and Kirill Kutskov is fine and is safe at the moment because the gap, or he opened the gap between him and between Karhan. So Karhan wasn't in the slipstream on the main straight, so there was no chance for Czech driver to attack into the first chicane. And right now it's a breathing space for Kirill Kutskov in this part of the track. Both drivers are going on full throttle at the moment, and Karhan is just too far away to attack, and time is running short actually for Max Karhan, only 1.5 minutes. So this is starting looking very, very good for Kirill Kutskov. As I said, he has the chance to make this weekend perfect for him. Kirill Kutskov won race number 1, then he won race number 2, and then he's just 1 minute away from winning the race number 3, the final race of the season. And also look at this pair of drivers. It's still pretty close between Oskar Wurz and Simon Schranz. So also Oskar Wurz is under pressure from another Austrian driver, and it's a battle for P3. But look at Karhan, he recovers and he is close again. Karhan was absolutely fastest last time around, 1:22.3. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. So Czech driver set the fastest lap, and he is closely behind Kirill Kutskov again. 25 seconds to go. another purple sector done by Max Karhan. He was absolutely fastest in the first sector again. And look how close he is again. So Kirill Kutskov will need to fight for his first place again. And he needs to be very good in his defensive job. We know that he can defend his first place. And this is a final lap. This is a final lap, so it is now or never for Max Karhan. But it looks to me that Kirill Kutskov will make it. Oh, huge lookout by Karhan. And it will be very close between these two drivers on the main straight. But I believe this will be the victory for Kirill Kutskov. Yes, it is. Kirill Kutskov is the race winner of the final race of the 2024 FIA Formula 4 Central European Zone Championship. Max Karhan is on P2. Oscar Wurz on P3. Simon Schranz on P4. Nathanael Berevi on a P5. And it will be František Němec on 6th place. And Michalina Sabai on P7. What a great race once again here on Salzburgring. Look at the beautiful site. Amazing countryside of Austrian Alps. Just all around the Salzburgring circuit. It's a beautiful place for racing, of course, and we've seen some great racing over this weekend. So this was the final race of the season, and I need to say thank you very much to all of you for following the Formula 4 Central European Zone Championship for the whole 2024 season. I thank you also on behalf of Pavel Fabry, the second commentator, and of course let's be excited for 2025. It is more to come, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much.